Right, so here we are, you know where we are there, in the tunnel before the Champions League final. What, as the captain of your team, is going through your head there? What's been said just before we see this in the change room? Have you had a kind of a big rousing speech before you've gone out?
To be fair, we try to keep it as normal as possible in terms of before the game. We always say things whilst we're getting ready and preparing, and whether it's me or Millie or Rob or Virgil, whoever it may be, or just see certain things what we need to be doing within the game and get us ready for going out. So we kept it as normal as possible. I can remember Jeannie just before we went out saying a few things, which wasn't normal for him, you know. And I think that gave everyone a little bit of a boost. But Champions League fan, I remember the adrenaline was pumping. I couldn't wait to get out. The build-up had been quite long. I think it was about 3 weeks leading up to it. Yeah. So, yeah, physically and mentally, I felt in a great place, and all my focus had been on this game for weeks, and preparing for it a little bit like a boxer would a fight. You know, you just focusing on that fight and preparing for it. And normally within football, you never get that chance. You just sort of playing. Do
you sense the pressure in the stadium when you're there?
Yeah, it was a great atmosphere, to be fair. I love that stadium. Yeah, I think it's an amazing stadium, and yeah, it was just very unique. Even the training there the night before and things, the build up to it, was very special, really. The fan, even during the build up of the game, you're seeing all the fans' videos, you know, they're in the streets singing all the songs, and yeah, it's incredible, the build up, really, to be fair.
You know what? It's the first goal. As a neutral, it's kind of just ruined the game for me.
Yeah.
Took everything out of the game.
Yeah.
And I was standing there thinking, it was. Do you still think it was a penalty or not?
Yeah. His arms out.
No matter what, it's not gonna. You can't rewind history now and change it. But even when this happened,
I don't know why his arm was that far out.
I don't know who he's pointing.
I think he might be pointing. Was he pointing at someone? Yeah.
He's pointing. Have you watched this game back yet?
Not fully. I've seen highlights, but not properly. You know, to be honest, like you're saying, I think we didn't play particularly well within the game, or like we had been.
Do you care?
But no, no. And I think finals can do that. You get the penalty so early, it changes things within the game. Even though I felt as though we defended for large parts, especially first half, I felt as though we were quite comfortable at defending in the low block, and then I knew if we got the chance going forward with Mo, Sadio or Bobby, we could really hurt them and get the next goal. But thankfully, Divock ended up coming up with it. I thought that was in as well. But
I just thought you just felt, obviously there's a couple of little glimmers of hope for Spurs, but at no point did I think, you know what, Liverpool on the rack.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. And I felt, even though it wasn't a great game, I felt in the defensive positions we were quite comfortable still. They didn't really create that many clear-cut chances.
I think a big factor in getting your hands on the silverware, I think, is a goalkeeper having that confidence of that commanding figure behind you. No disrespect to the keepers that had been playing before him, but this is a world-class operator. How important has he been? Massive.
I think as a signing, it's one of the best signings the club has probably done in a long time for me. He's incredible. But yeah, you feel so safe with him behind you. You know, you can pull off worldies. He's so comfortable and calm when he's playing out, and it just makes a massive difference to the whole team.
You can never underestimate that position, I don't think, when you've got that calmness behind you, that confidence in that goalkeeper. Here you were talking about Origi. This is some finish, you know, on his left foot.
Yeah. And to be fair to Dave, I think, like I see in training, and that's standard for him.
Is it?
Yeah, that's standard. Which was when he shifts it onto his left, I'm thinking, yeah, this chance, because, yeah, he left and right foot, he can just drill it in the bottom bin every time.
Do you believe that there are some players that are just better off the bench?
I don't think he'll say that. I think he'll probably want to still be starting and playing every game. But to be fair to Dave, his attitude to be able to not start games and to continue to come on in games and have a huge impact and affect them in big games as well, like this, in the derbies and big games when we've needed them. Even this season, not so long ago, when he's come on at Wolves away, I think, and found the winner there. So he comes up with them big moments, and he's been a big player for us.
It's a habit. It's a good habit to have that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Talk me through the shuffle. Do you know you do the shuffle?
To be fair, that wasn't something that I thought about beforehand. But what I did want to do is I wanted to sort of, rather than just getting the trophy and sort of lift. I can't really see my teammates. You know, I wanted to be able to see them just before, and their faces and stuff before you can see I turned there to see them.
They live with you forever, that now.
Oh, that feeling of just seeing all the faces, how happy they were. And then lifting the trophy obviously was something that I've dreamt of since I was a kid, and just an incredible feeling, really.
Which one's better? Which one felt better, that or the Premier League?
I think in terms of, for me, everything was that one, just because the build-up, the Barcelona game, the build-up to the final, the Champions League, just everything, the atmosphere in the crowd, lifting it like that, you can never replicate that again. It's probably the best feeling I've ever had in my life. But
is that the best feeling on a football pitch you've ever had?
100%, 100%. That's the best feeling I've ever had on a football pitch. And then the Premier League, yes, again, because we waited so long as a football club, as the fans, 30 years. To be able to lift that was incredible, but it probably doesn't beat that just because the fans weren't there. You know, I might say something different if it was a full Anfield.
I was going to say that.
And it felt a bit different, and the fans would play a big part. But to be honest, as Premier League, to lift the Premier League, I'd lift it in my back garden if I needed to, and I don't really care. So, yeah, they were both special and amazing moments, but that one is probably the best feeling I've ever had. Yeah.
You mentioned the special moments, and I had to just play this one because talk me through this, the impact that he's had on your career.
Yeah, crazy how I managed to spot him and how he managed to get down, really, because families couldn't get down, and it was a bit of a nightmare for the families to come down. So to get down, I don't know how he did it, and then to see him straight away after that was again a feeling that'll stay with us forever because of everything that he sacrificed for me, what he went through for a few years leading up to that, give me a lot of strength to go forward and try to make him proud and make him stronger to be healthy again. So yeah, that moment was, it was pretty special. Yeah.
People don't get often to understand the importance of the people that surround the player that we see on the pitch, do we? The importance of almost like a glorified taxi driver your parents become.
Yeah.
They're taking you here, they're up and down the country, sometimes abroad.
Yeah.
That, like you said, the key word is sacrificing a big part of their lives just for you, to enable you to go and play. So I really do, I appreciate that type of moment. Good luck.
Thanks
really
very
good
much.
to see you. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Top man.